suffered in the first half of the Indiana game when he took that knock. He's had a difficult time despite the numbers. Been a lot of turnovers with him.
And it really has been the case. And again, when you want to get the basketball in the hands of your best player.
What's going on, everybody? It's Coach Gary. Today we got North Carolina versus Georgia Tech. North Carolina trying to get off this losing streak, 4-game losing streak. I'm going to try to do it against Georgia Tech here at home in the Dean Smith Center. And the Tar Heel faithful are ready to get a win. And I can't say I don't blame them. North Carolina's gone from number 1 to unranked. Well, out of the top 20, 25 anyway. Which I'm not a fan of the rankings anyway. I actually think we were ranked too high. I did say I didn't think that was going to bother them as far as putting pressure on them, but you know, we just hadn't played like a number 1 seeded team yet. So let's see if we can get back on track today. We got Armando Bacot back in. He got his new hairdo. We're going to have to play defense at an aggressive clip. We're going to have to share the ball. Coach Davis has said that you know, one of the problems is we haven't had time to practice, which is true, and definitely not practice at home. But you know, we'll see if that causes a change in the way we are playing. Right now we are trailing Georgia Tech 2-1. Armando Bacot was fouled. He's going to the line. What's up, Ray?
Last year, a monster season with 31 double-doubles. He tied David Robinson's single-season NCAA record for double-doubles, and so far this season is 4th.
And great company to be in. But the biggest key for Bacot,
let's see if I can straighten this up right here so we can see
for him. And when you consider who he's been great, you know, handling the basketball for a big guy throughout his career. But when you look at the 3.4 turnovers per game, he leads Carolina in turnovers, even though he's played 1 less game than the guards. And that's saying something. That's a big number, and I'm sure something that.
All right, well, we're gonna have to do it like this.
Team high, those turnovers. Franklin with a quick step, but he's denied. Bacot with some good D to follow him right through the lane. Yellow Jackets fresh off a dramatic victory over.
It is now 3-2. Carolina 17:45 on the clock.
Here's Moore with a 3 that climbs away. Davis in transition. Three-pointer has been a real problem for North Carolina. The guards just haven't been hitting them at all. As a team, 29%. Love got it back. Somehow was able to finish that one.
Well, I'm wondering if Bacot gets an assist on that one. Again, it did hit his hands. He touched it right back to Caleb Love. I'm not sure it was intentional. However, it still ends up as a bucket.
All right, here we go.
Officiating decision. He gets no assist on that. You may want to go to the monitor. Franklin will give it up here for Moore, who had a huge couple of defensive stops and a great win against Georgia. Shot clock again, down to 5. Smith with a pass in the paint. Franklin.
Georgia Tech gets it in the paint, can't score. Rebound. Davis, he comes out of there. Straight down the center of the court, picks up his dribble, gets it to Love. Then he gets it to Bacot for an easy dunk. And the score now is 2-7, but can Carolina keep it up? We've had our times this year when we go on a little mini run, and then we can't sustain it. Long 3 for Georgia Tech is good. 16:27 left on the clock. Davis drives, scoop shot is blocked. Rebound by Georgia Tech.
Nifty stop there by Coleman.
Coleman has another one right now.
5-7 is the score. Georgia Tech now setting up a play. They go to the left. Another long 3 is off the mark. Caleb Love rebound, outlets that pass to Leaky Black. Euro step, and it is thrown out of there again. Another block by Georgia Tech. And they come to the other end. They can't capitalize. Rebound. Davis gets it to Love. Love finds Nance. Nance scores. And Georgia Tech is going to have to call a timeout. 5-9 is the score. 15:43 left on the clock.
It started with passes from Caleb Love inside to Armando Bacot, and then Love getting out in transition, finding.
I've seen earlier this week that they said they needed to trust each other. A team that returned 4 starters shouldn't have chemistry. Yeah, I read that. I didn't read it, but I went on a podcast and heard these guys talking about different things. They did talk about Carolina not trusting each other, playing a lot of. Hey, they play like a professional a pro offense. And what I mean by that is, and you know, Ray, probably better than I do. We just want to. We have a little preset, and then we get it to Caleb Love and say, go to work, Caleb Love. It's one-on-one. You know, if you guys watch the Hornets, they do the same thing with Terry Rozier. Sometimes with Gordon Hayward whenever he plays. But I mean, that's with anybody. They just do it mostly to Terry Rozier. You know, they come down, they may get a few passes. Nobody's trying to look to score. And then they get to Terry Rozier, and it's almost like a clear out. And they say, Terry, go to work. Well, that's what it looks like to me. That's the base offense for Carolina is to come make a couple of pre-passes and then get it to Love. You know, eventually they get the Love, and after they get the Love, bam, they stand around. And it's like, Love, go get us a score. No movement in the offense, man. It's like I think that what's the name of that team? Name of the team, oh my gosh, it'll come to me in a minute. But anyway, there's one offense in the NBA that has a lot of motion in it, or they used to have a lot of motion in it. It'll come to me in a minute. Tim Duncan. Somebody help me. The Warriors do have a lot of movement in it, but I guess I'm talking a little bit further back. Not too far either. A few years back with Ginobili. What's the team that Ginobili, Chris? Yeah, San Antonio. San Antonio, to me, they had, I mean, you know that their main guy was Tim Duncan back then, but they had a lot of movement in that offense, and I was like, why do other teams not do that? Or, you know, forget other teams. I'm like, my Hornets struggle a lot, and it's just one basic offense. So why do they not put more motion in it? And when I look at Carolina, that's what I see. They just remind me of the Hornets and that one-on-one, that man-to-man. That's, you know, but I just think, I mean, if you put some more movement in there, some more guys slashing to the basket or whatever. With this particular team, sometimes, I'm not saying it doesn't work for some teams. Sometimes it does. All right, there's a little pressure that Carolina's putting on Georgia Tech. What's up, Rodney? Oh yeah. The Lakers with Phil Jackson, that movement in the offense, man. I mean, you know, travel by Love. Just I mean, if you're in a position to score. Let's get the ball to the guys and score. Just like, you know, that's why Carolina doesn't have. I mean, we've got to be one of the lowest teams in the ACC as far as assists go. You know, and some people don't put a lot of importance on assists, man. But dang, you sharing the ball, it's kind of hard to focus on one guy. I think Georgia Tech takes another three, and they hit another three. All right, that's another thing. Carolina, their defense. We tend to be hard-headed about trying to run guys off the three when they can hit the three. So if Georgia Tech can hit the three on us,
for the Graham LeBrecq of Georgia Tech.
Baycott throws one off balance. I don't like the way this is starting off. Georgia Tech gets a rebound. They get down the court. Trimble looks like he's going to come into the game. Number 23 for Georgia Tech. Setting up, hands it off. Another three is up. It's short. Rebound, Carolina. I think that was Nance. Now Love goes to the basket. Doesn't hit that layup. And I think the ball is going to stay under Carolina's basket. 14-19.
Puff Johnson on the floor now for Hubert Davis.
What's up, Lewis Sports Network? What's going on, man?
It'll be number 6, Kansas
Thanks for stopping by.
On ESPN and the app at 5:15 Eastern. So stay right where you are on a busy day in college.
Hey, you guys. Hey, most of you guys, you're blue wrenchers in here. I know you've heard me say it before, but Lewis Sports Network, he's a good guy.
Out of the corner, Trimble.
He does sports content also. Go check him out.
Mr. Basketball and Gatorade High School Player of the Year in Wisconsin.
Yeah, we let's see. We definitely need to get a win today. Triangle offense was more of an isolation. When I watched the Hornets, they at times played too much. Yeah, they play too stagnant offense, and that's what I'm talking about. We just, once we get the ball in Terry's hand, and anybody, it's just like they come down and coach says, hey, Gordon, you got it this time. So they do their little they're pre-passing, to set it up. Once they get it in. Another turnover by Carolina. Once they get it in to their hands, it's like everybody else stands around. There's no cutters. There's no setting screens off the ball, which I know that sounds more like high schoolish. But man, I'm like, get somebody else open and just don't stand around. And then with the Hornets, we don't crash the boards. It's like I think we're like, hey, if we missed the shot, let's just get back and protect the basket. Like there's nobody crashing the boards. That's why when LaMelo first got there, he would get a few more rebounds because again, he's got a great basketball mind, and so sometimes he would since he was so fast, he would just slash to the basket on the shot to get some offensive rebounds. Man, I'm all about defensive balance. You got to have somebody to get back, but dang, nobody goes for a rebound. I hate that. Five guys on deep on. We got to throw it up. Shots up, and Nance scores. The shot clock was on his back. Yeah, one guy down there trying to get a rebound and nobody else. The other five or the other team, or the other four maybe release one guy. All right, the score is 8-11. Let me stop talking and watch this game. Trimble, great defender. Now Leaky Black. Oh my gosh, come on guys, we got to get up on that. Georgia Tech has hit, and we'll look at it here in a minute, but I think they have 4 threes, and they have tied this thing up, and I hope Carolina doesn't wait too long to say, let's push out on that 3. Stop letting them shoot it. I know he's maybe out at NBA range, but if they're hitting it, they're hitting it. Get out there and make them, run them off the 3. If they score, they're going to score 2-point baskets on you. Don't get killed with a 3-point shot, especially when we're not hitting them. We're not hitting them yet.
And instead of walking around the court, they run actually across the court, across the floor. Good thing
we play selfish, like everyone is playing for a spot in the NBA draft. Basketball, mentally like Coach Smith, Williams, and Guthrie. I agree on the triangle game. It plays to great perimeter scoring strength. There's about 33 different types of triangles. Also, in terms of Shaq, and he was the only dominant post player Phil ever had. Jordan and Kobe, obviously great isolation scorers, but also came off screens and they in the triangle too.
Right to Davis. He is now waiting around. Lead a spin ball.
Davis with a score. Carolina goes up the quick 4. And there's another timeout called on the floor. 11-14 left in the first half.
R.J. Davis putting it in drive. And he is not.
That's another thing we hadn't seen a lot of from Carolina this year, and that's the fast break. And a lot of times it's just one guy on the fast break. The other team doesn't have good defensive balance, and we go coast to coast. But hey, however we get points, however the fast break baskets are obtained, I don't care. Just get them. And we gotta buckle down here on defense too. Ray, any boxing fans? I'm a bit of a boxing. No, I'm not gonna say that. I do like. I like watching some of them. I was a bigger boxing fan when I was younger. Of course, Muhammad Ali was my boy. Anytime he would box, I would watch that. And my dad wasn't a big sports fan, but he would watch boxing. And back then, you didn't have a boxing match on every weekend, or you couldn't find one every day. So those things were big, few and far between. I like a few little guys now, and you guys know. Can't think of anybody's name when I need to think of it. All right, let's go straight to the team stats right now. Georgia Tech shooting 28.6, Carolina 40%, but Georgia Tech has hit three 3-pointers. I thought it was 4, but 3 3-pointers. They're 3 out of 7 for 42. Carolina has attempted 1 and missed that one. Carolina shooting 75% from the free throw line. They are 13 rebounds to Georgia Tech 6. And let's go to the turnovers. Georgia Tech has 2, Carolina has 3. Gonna have to start playing aggressive defense. Like we talked about Carolina maybe playing to the other team's ability or playing down. You know, when we're playing these teams that are not, you know, Power 5 teams. But then we're not able to play up to. We played decent stretches in all these 4 losses. But you know, heck, don't matter if you don't finish. Look at these guys. Carolina fans, boy.
Which Carolina's going to show up today, and how they're going to shoot the basketball.
When you look at the numbers of the 5-0 start in comparison
I think
to
Davis,
the 4-game
Shakur
losing streak, the
Stevens,
biggest number that stands out
Smith
is the
back in the day.
minus
Watch
3
Sugar Ray.
rebounding.
Oh yeah. Sugar Ray Leonard. Woo! Those were some boxing matches, boy. Sugar Ray Leonard, Hagler, Hearns, Duran, Pernell Whitaker, Foreman, Holyfield. Yeah, to me, that's when boxing was boxing. I'm not putting it down now, but I guess that was back in my day.
Offensive rebound. That has been a staple of North Carolina basketball as long as I can remember.
It absolutely has been, and again, against Virginia Tech, you play without Armando Bacot, as well as, he's injured in the Indiana game. So that was a big part.
Hey, let's get this offense going. Hey, to all the fellow Hill fans, what's going on, Sean Crawley? Honestly hate the prolonging Spence versus Crawford fight. That should happen. That should have happened already. Yeah. All right, the score is 11-15. North Carolina. Georgia Tech has the ball right now. 10 minutes and 26 seconds in the game. A long three for Georgia Tech. This one is missed, and Carolina comes out of there with the rebound. That's Davis on the left side of the court. Slows it up. Skip passes over to Love. Looking inside, nothing there. Back to Davis. Tyler Nichols on the court now. Armando Bacot dribbles all the way down to the baseline. Throws up a left-hand shot. And Puff Johnson comes down with the rebound and puts it in. Mondo, don't force it, baby. If it ain't dead, throw it back out. That's called the inside out. I mean, whether you dribble down there or not. I'm going to learn some of these guys' names on Georgia Tech, guys, here in a minute. Drives, kicks it. Another wide open three. It's off the mark this time. Love with the rebound. Gets it up court to Davis. He tries to go behind his back unnecessarily and loses the ball. Another turnover. That will be 4 for Carolina. 11-17 is the score. Georgia Tech. Good defense by Carolina. And then we give up a drive to the lane. 13-17 is the score.
As Georgia Tech gets an easy bucket on that possession, is the defensive end of the floor, which has been a big difference for the Tar Heels.
Woo! Nice give and go. I think that may have been, was that Leaky Black to Bacot? No, that was Love to Bacot.
And you can tell that Caleb Love and R.J. Davis have made a concerted effort.
Yeah, they have. Hey, coach was like, yo, we gotta go inside out, baby. We've got to use the big man. That's gonna open up your game. Are you like somebody said? Was it Sean? Was it Ray? Instead of trying to get your points, you know, you guys are going to the NBA anyway. Let's try to win some games here. Mondo Bacot misses a free throw. 13-19 is the score. Georgia Tech hurries the ball up the court and shoots a quick three, and it's good again. That's Coleman, number 3.
But off to a great start, knocking down his second one here in the first half. 15 points.
All right, that's 4 threes, Carolina. Are we going to get up on that? Love, step back 3, pure air ball. Another one right there, just to me, just holding the ball and no cutters, no slashers.
That's a perfect example because he's shooting tough shots. That is a difficult shot early in the shot clock.
Tyler Nichols guarding. They get it. Free throw shot is good. Too easy. Too easy. Carolina playing a little bit lazy right here. A little bit soft. A lot soft. Let's go. This is what we're talking about right here. Carolina makes a little run and then they stop playing defense. Tyler Nickel gets to the Bacot, back to Nickel. Nickel pulls up at the elbow. That shot is good. Got to stop trading baskets. At some point, the Tar Heels got to say, let's play some defense. Defense is what's going to win games. Shoot, make these guys work, man. Don't give up any more threes. Good shot. At this point, the teams are trading baskets 20-21. Here's the score, 7:23 left on the clock. Now Love has it. Let's move it one time. He kicks it over to Leaky Black. Bacot pops out and he takes a 3. Wow. I don't know, Coach. I don't know what's going on here, baby. Just could have got a better shot than that.
Birmingham, Alabama, up top for Terry. Another transfer, several of those for the Yellow Jackets. He's out of Gardner-Webb.
Drive by Georgia Tech. It's missed. Leaky Black with the rebound. Carolina comes out of there, turns it over. There's a 2-on-1. And Leaky Black is called for the foul.
Georgia Tech is hanging around the turnover.
Oh my gosh, man! I just feel frustrated, man. Like
stepping up, knocking it down. And then the interior once again. North Carolina losing that battle.
What can Coach do? What are we doing? I mean, you gotta believe that Coach Davis is in practice saying, guys, we don't play defense. We gotta play defense. All right. We can't get out rebounded. You know, we got to stop turning the ball over. Stop making these lackadaisical passes. Like, to me, it's almost to the point where teams come in, they're already like super hyped to play Carolina, and they're looking to be playing against a team that is that has their P's and Q's together, and they start playing it like these guys ain't that good. And then they start doing things that you wouldn't do against a team you respect. Maybe we'll get it together. Again, that's the consensus. Everybody is looking at it. Even I was like, hey, we're going through a little stretch, but we'll get it together. But I mean, come on, guys. Like, we played plenty of games to have some kind of consistency on one end of the court, offense, defense, you know, making smart decisions. Like, to me right now, Georgia Tech's hitting the three. It's not everybody, it's a couple of guys. Coleman, I think somebody else hit a three. We'll take a look at it. But how about when they're out there beyond the 3-point line, let's play up on them. Play up on them. Gosh, we got a shot blocker under the basket. We got some length. Make it hard on those guys to score those 2-point baskets, but don't give them the three, especially when they're hitting them. Let's go. I mean, that's just me, guys. I don't know what you guys think. All right, we are in a timeout. All right, for Georgia Tech, Moore has 4 points. Kelly has 6. Coleman has 8. 2 of those are 3-point baskets. Kelly is the other 3-point shooter. He's 2 or 4. And off the bench, they have 2 points. That's by Howard. So right now, the 3-point basket is keeping Georgia Tech in it, and we are really not contesting it. For North Carolina, Baycock 6 points. Nance has 4. Black has 1. R.J. Davis 4 points, and Love has 2. Then off the bench, Puff Johnson, Nickel both have 2 points. Dunn is hurt. I think they say he broke a bone in his hand, but he may be back at the end of the month.
Georgia's going to win everything, okay? And they should.
Is that because of your ties to Georgia?
Might be because of several tuition checks, but also I'm a big Bulldog fan.
All right, first free throw is missed
Bulldogs. I was. So, yeah.
by Georgia Tech.
Big Bulldog fan. Certainly college basketball. And rattled in by Lance Terry.
Terry hits the second, and now it is,
that was our expectation coming in.
if I'm not mistaken, yes, it is tied up. 6:43 on the clock.
In all the best ways, kind of junk it up defensively.
They absolutely can. Josh Pastner has brought that to the ACC. His switching defenses between man and zone. The offense is off balance, never allowing them to be comfortable.
Tyler Nickel hands it off to Love. Love kicks it to Leaky Black, turns down the 3. Spin move, goes off the glass, misses that one. But rebound by Davis. He quickly gets it over to Tyler Nickel. Now Leaky Black takes the 3. He misses it.
Black with a misfire. And back on the run, the Yellow Jackets. Tied at 21 with 6 minutes to go in the first half. Here's Chapel Hill.
They get it down low to the big man. He shoots over Tyler Nickel. Rebound, Baycock.
See if Love starts to get rolling.
Love shoots a little jumper. That is an air ball. And Armando Bacot gets on the floor to get the rebound.
Once again, no shot clock reset.
Davis is hit on the drive on the shot. Looks like he's going to the free throw line.
Going down for it.
Now, I wonder if that was just he was falling down at that time. No one else coming after the basketball.
But with that shoulder the way it is, you know, maybe stay up.
Exactly. Stay on your feet.
Yeah, guys, I'm in the process of looking for a. I don't want to get the most expensive streaming deck, but I'm going to get one so I can keep up with these scores easier. He has a little program I'm using. I'm working at it, Streamlab, working with this a little bit slow. Not bad. It's not bad, but I want to be able to put the score up there quicker. All right, Davis steps up and makes 2 free throws, and Carolina goes back up by 2, 21-23, 5 minutes, 32 seconds left before halftime. Little drive, brings that back out. Coleman with the ball. Step out there. And there's another 3, and the 3 is good. Shooting the heck out of the 3-point shot. Let's go, baby. Got to get out there. Now Georgia Tech takes the lead by 1, 24-23. No noise in the Dean Dome. Davis takes the 3, and he gets it right back.
So Hill's back up by 2.
I think this is Smith with the ball now for Georgia Tech.
Smith running the point. Across the board, 10 points.
He gets the ball to the big guy.
He does a little bit of everything.
He really does. And again,
He turns down the 2 handoffs, looking for something else. Bacot out on him. Now Smith with the ball again. 6 seconds to shoot. Step back 3 is off the mark, and rebound Nance. Lee passes that out to Davis. Davis gets it to Leaky Black. Back to Davis. They swing that over to Nance. They get it down low to Big Bacot. He's walled off. Carolina moving the ball. Now Davis dribbling. Picks up his dribble. Gets it over to Nance. Leaky Black's going to have to do something. Trimble pulls up at the free throw line. It's off the mark. Rebound Smith for Georgia Tech. He stopped short. Another wide open 3 is off the mark. I don't know if that was Coleman or not. Might have been Coleman. But Lee passed up the floor to a cutting Bacot. Trimble saw him, got it to him. 24-28, North Carolina. Let's go play some defense, baby.
This North Carolina team is going to grow with him having the basketball in his hands more often.
Jump shot is good. That was Howard, I think. They did leave him. They sort of, Bacot's played off of him. That's one guy Bacot should be able to hang with. Davis gets into the lane on the ACC logo. He's fouled. Pretty sure he was shooting. Get your head up, Trimble. Yes, sir. Once again, turnovers, non-existent shooter, sloppy play, and an opportunity, and an opponent just spots up and shoots and buries the outside shot. Yeah, Ray, that's got to make you frustrated, just like I do. Guys, that's what's up. Lewis Sports Network comes in here and has some little conversation. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate all you guys stopping by. And hey, don't forget to hit that like button. I know you blue wrenchers have already hit it anyway. Mr. Sales in the house now. Let's get it. I was on the wrong stream. At least we're getting Tank versus Tank. That's the guy I was I couldn't think of. So he is going to fight Garcia. That's the one I was trying. I wanted to see. I want to see the speed against strength. And Garcia, his I mean, he's got a little power behind his too. But that's one boxing match I would like to see. At least we're getting Tank versus Garcia in the early part of 2023. Yeah, I can't wait to see that. That's one I want to see. Once again, turnovers non-existing. It hasn't been together all year. Just got glossed over because they won first 5 games. This is not good. Yeah, Sean. I had concerns myself at the beginning of the year. I kept trying to say, hey, they're a little bit rusty, but everybody was off. Everybody had a whole year off. Everybody had basically the same amount of time to get ready, and so for us not to be blowing these teams out, where everybody else is doing, all these guys that are ranked high are blowing these. Listen, in the top 10, top 20, if you're playing these smaller teams like UNCW and you should be blowing them out. I mean, every one of those teams, we should be beating them by at least 20, 25, maybe even 30 points. 20, 25 points. Yeah. But for them to stay with us throughout the whole games, and still be in it, I think there might have been just one team that we really, I would say, blew out. But everybody else, they stayed with us. Like I was concerned. I was like, and I kept trying to say, are these smaller teams just that good? Maybe they're just that good, and I don't have a reason to be concerned. But in the back of your mind, And so when we play Iowa State, that right there, that exposed some things, Boy, and one thing it definitely and plainly explains to us is that we were lucky to have Brady Manek last year. All right, Davis steps up and hits the first.
They absolutely did finish the season 11-2, but they were coming off of a stretch where they were beaten here on their home court versus Pittsburgh. They were losing a number of games where everyone was trying to figure it out. But the reality behind it, and we look at all the offensive numbers, and we talked with Hubert Davis about this earlier, it's about the defensive identity. They found out what their defensive identity is going to be the last 13 games of the season. They have yet to find it for this season.
Howard with the ball gets it out.
The identity defensively should be for the target team individually.
Coleman out with the ball at the top of the key. He picks up his dribble, gets to the 13. Wants to pull at the elbow. No one there. Smith now drives. Good defense by Davis. Rebound by Leaky Black. He comes out of there with it. They're looking to go inside. They do get it into Baycott. Layup is good. 26-32, and they are making a conscious effort to get it inside.
But more importantly, he is finishing in this game.
Stay up on him, Baycott. Al Howard running the offense out there. Still by Trimble. Somebody's got to follow him. Trimble's strong, but he can't get that ball up on the rim. Kelly, who had hit 2 3-pointers, he comes out there with the foul.
Carolina forcing a turnover. The Yellow Jackets hardly ever do turn it over. Only about 10 a game, on the stingiest in the country. In that category,
They miss ugly, awful shooting team right now. Just awful. This is not an offense. No rhythm. What are we doing? Definitely.
What a women's basketball double dip we have for you tomorrow afternoon. Red versus blue.
Brady Manek definitely bails out. Definitely, man. I felt it. I felt it. I knew it.
Have to step it up against Diamond Miller and number 20 Maryland. Should be another great afternoon.
I was like, man, we were lucky to have Big Brady.
A homecoming for Azzi Fudd. Azzi out of the lineup for the Huskies.
All right, 26-34, 2 minutes left. Now, this usually is the time that the other teams, Carolina, get slack on their defense. and these other teams come back. Kelly with the ball, he drives. They're going to have to shoot this soon. 3 seconds on the clock. Step back three is dead on the back of the rim, and Carolina comes out of there, gets it up the court. Trimble maybe rushed that a little bit, shot that with the left hand.
But at the same time, when you have the defensive effort that he played on that last possession, Coach Davis will allow that.
Smith gets that ball to number 1. He drives. He steps on the baseline. Decent defense right there by North Carolina. That was Sturdivant, number 1.
Standing up quite a bit on the defensive end of the floor, starting to change things around, and that's been the difference over the last couple of minutes of this game. And we see
1 minute, 15 seconds left before halftime. 26-34 Carolina. Trimble, the freshman, gets it to Davis, turns down the 3, finds Armando Bacot under the basket. They swing it. Davis gets it back to Nance. Wide open 3 is good. Good ball movement. Let's go. Let's go, coach. Get on. Let's go. No scores. No scores. Challenge him. No scores right here. Sturdivant gets that ball to number 4. Bacot playing off of him just a little bit. Long 3 by Terry. He's off the mark. Rebound. Trimble. Last shot, Trimble. Last shot. Oh, but he had to give that pass up. Good pass. Davis was cutting to the basket. Take the points when you get it. Shot clock is off. 22 seconds on the clock. 26-39 is the score. Let's go. Ricky Black, let's go. Look back. Tell the guys no score. Let's go. Tell them no score. Let's go. Smith with the 3. Off the mark. 1 second left. Nance throws it up. Good if it goes.
That was an impressive run to end that first half. 39-26 North Carolina. They went 11-0 down the stretch. 11-zip to end the half.
And you see already 2 Tar Heels in double figures. R.J. Davis 4 for 6 from the field. Armando Bacot 4 for 9, getting back into the action. But in all honesty, Seth Trimble has been the guy that has stolen the show here. The ball movement from the Tar Heels, allowing Davis to find Nance in the corner, knocking down the 3. And the beautiful dime from Trimble.
Yeah, he had to give that up.
The transition bucket capping off with a
that would have been that could have been a chance to hold the ball, take the last shot, but he had to give that up. That cutter was just wide open. Trimble put that one on him. All right. So at halftime, our score 39-26 North Carolina. I wish we would play defense to create offense. You know what I'm saying? Instead of waiting for our offense to get a few scores and then we get excited to play defense. You know, I wish it was the other way around, and maybe it will. Maybe they will eventually get that way. But I guarantee Carolina will be a better team if they could understand. Let's get hype on defense, and that's going to create our offense. Which would that make them get more hype to play the games, put more effort into it? I don't know. All right, but that last was that 2 minutes right there was decent offense there. Well, it was good offense. That was something that's been missing in Carolina's offense, and actually not bad defense either. It was a whole good sequence all the way through that last 2 minutes. So Carolina is up now. Can we come out halftime? Can coach somehow get them to come out after halftime and then ratchet this thing up even more? Right? We can't have these lulls that we have all the time. And that going inside out is definitely helping us. All right, read some of the comments, then I'll go over the stats. We've made this run with Caleb Love. Good point, Ray. Made this love with Caleb Love on the bench because I hate to say Terry, I'd say Oh my gosh, I ain't even gonna say it. But yeah, that who do they go to? Who do they run that pro offense through, the isolation offense through, if Love's not there? So when Love's not there, they have to move this ball. You know what I'm saying? If the offense seems to be going more fluid, it never gets stuck. It doesn't get stuck as much. So maybe that's a help. Plus, we're going into Baycott, and just as long as Baycott lets it come to him, if it's not there, Armando, get it back out. That's all you got to do. That last sequence when we moved the ball around and swung it and eventually got it back to Nance in the corner for a shot, that's moving that ball fluidly. That was, and I think it went inside to Baycott. He had to get it back out. Got it to Nance. I think Nance got it over to Davis. Then they popped it back to Nance. He popped a 3-point shot. That's moving the ball. I mean, and now we did stay outside. Everybody stayed outside and made Georgia Tech run, but, you know, got a good shot. And we went inside to begin with. All right, need that 11-0 run. Let's go. At least we're pushing the ball today. Yep, we've made this run with Caleb on the bench. His starting spots, it may be in jeopardy. Nah, it ain't going to be in jeopardy. Sometimes you wish it would be, but it's not. I like these commentators better than Bill Walton. Man, Bill Walton, he's all over the place with his. I mean, I like it sometimes, but Bill Walton, he's Bill Walton is a weird commentator. And you know what he's trying to do, but that's just him too. That's what we're talking about. The last 2 minutes, yeah, great job, Seth Trimble. Little engine that could. Overall, not a good half to the end, but build off of it, Hills. Yeah, and that's the thing that I'm wanting to see, Ray. I want to see if we can do that. Can we come out after halftime and build on it? Or are we going to come out and then forget what we just did? You know, not go inside out. Get lackadaisical on defense. You know they're staying in the game because they're hitting the three. Get out on them. I mean, that's what I would say. That to me is like, okay, how else can you stop the three if you don't get out there on them? And yeah, they may get in to the basket, may get into the paint and hit a two. If they're a college team too, they're an ACC team too. So you're not going to stop them completely from scoring. But if they're going to score, I'd rather give you a 2-point shot than a 3-point shot. I think that's what I'm trying to say. I went around John's barn to say it. Walton sucks. And we fried him. Let's continue this in the second half. Finally starting to play. Michael Smitty agreed, Sean. We need to play a full 20 minutes. Don't care what the score. Yeah, definitely play. Just play, and then play and play defense, man. Just if they play defense, like one of the commentators said, we found our identity defensively last year in the stretch, and that turned everything around. That's what we need to do here. That'll get us more fast breaks. That'll give us more easy buckets. You know what I'm saying? That'll put more pressure on the other teams, you know, instead of them just standing behind the 3-point basket line and saying, hey, so you're not going to step out here? I'm going to shoot this. You know what I'm saying? We know Carolina's not going to come out, so a point guard dribbling like they did a few minutes ago and just flip the ball over to the trailer who was behind the 3-point line, who was one of the shooters, Coleman Kelly, and I think it's another kid. And he just shot up. Come on now. We got to get out on that. Michael, Bill Walton comments like he hasn't watched college basketball in years. Walton's a known pothead, probably shouldn't be commentating games. Let's go, move the ball, and we're unbeatable. Yep. And you could tell Tell Bill is not a Tar Heel fan, clearly. Shelby, what's going on? Shelby Minnick, you've acquired a lot of mods on the channel. How does the fit into your scheme? How does the football fit into your scheme of college? How does the love of football fit into your scheme of college? Not quite sure, not quite understanding what you're saying there, but if you're talking about my love for football, I don't know if you're talking about how does your love for football fit into your scheme of college? Well, I can tell you this: my first love was football, or is football. Always has been, always would be. You know, like other young kids, young guys. You know, you probably want to play. You want to go professional in something. Well, I wanted to be a professional football player. Wanted to play for the Dallas Cowboys. But anyway. I played college ball, and that's what I loved first of all. But then when I graduated and became a teacher, and I've always liked to watch or loved to watch college basketball. I hadn't really been a professional, an NBA fan. In fact, I was never an NBA fan. I will watch the NBA. You know, I was in the athletic, in the sport, so I did know as a young guy, you know, all the major players, but I never watched a whole lot of NBA basketball. But I did watch college basketball, and it was the ACC, because I'm from North Carolina, you know, and that was, to me, it was like, hey, I'm from North Carolina. There's a team in college ACC basketball named North Carolina. To me, that's it. My favorite color was blue. That's why I didn't go towards state, you know what I'm saying? And I just never even thought about becoming a fan of Duke. You know, when I first started watching. But anyway, I started coaching basketball, right? Started coaching basketball. Played a little bit of basketball, rake ball, stuff like that. But when I started coaching basketball, I really started learning the nuances and stuff like that, and how it's a chess match, and that is like, I mean, things like that make my mind work. I love it. So. And then to take a group of kids that don't know you, whatever, at the beginning of the year, and then you gain their trust, and you teach them plays, and they actually go out on the court and they run it, and it works, and they look at you like, oh, coach, it actually worked. Yeah, I told you it worked. I mean, that's just, that has made my love for basketball even greater, right? So, I love basketball, I love football. I don't know if I answer your question, Shelby, if I'm just running my mouth, but oh, Mr. Sayo, I was gonna make I could make a video of that. How about our boy Baker Mayfield getting released by the Panthers, and then going over to the Rams and winning his first game. About Baker Mayfield coaching makes all the difference in the world. Yeah. Hey, now, you know, I've looked at some YouTube channels saying, is Baker Mayfield just better than we think he is? And it was just our offensive coordinator that wasn't calling the right plays. I wasn't using them right. Baker did good. He did good. I mean, he did. He won the game. He did good work. He hit open guys. You know what I'm saying? From what I saw, I only saw the highlights. You know, I don't know how many balls were batted down, but I didn't see any. You know what I'm saying? And to play and to do that with guys he barely knows, hasn't thrown to. Like I said before, guys, you know, I didn't love Baker Mayfield, but I didn't hate him. You know what I'm saying? I before the season even started, even once Carolina went and traded for him or got Baker Mayfield, a lot of people were just saying, "Hey, he's trash." I don't know why that was a terrible move, and I just kept saying 3 or 4 times, which quarterback do we have on our team right now that's better than Baker Mayfield? So, and it was like, well, we could have got someone else. We could have, and that's what I said. Now, things didn't turn out right. Things didn't turn out as good as you wanted to, but a lot of things, like some people made good points, like, some of the passes he did make that would hit our receivers in the hand, they weren't catching it. So, think about them catching those passes. Now, him getting his pass batted at the line of scrimmage, I mean, I never looked at that and said, oh, that makes him a trash quarterback because these guys are batting the balls down. I don't know. Do you blame that all on Baker? Does he have to is it all, hey, quarterback's got to change his angles and stuff like that, So and my last thing about Baker is just like with the coach we just let go. I'm glad he went and got another job somewhere. Like, I don't want to see anybody just get, sent home and say, okay, things didn't work out with this team, so nobody else wants you. You know what I'm saying? And so, and the way they've been downing Baker Mayfield, and the way things turned out in Carolina, I was afraid that nobody would pick him up. Then we release him, and immediately he gets picked up by the Rams, and then he goes out there and wins the game. So, Baker Mayfield, do your thing. All right. We'll see what Sam Darnold does tomorrow. I haven't heard that he's hurt again, so we'll see what he does. I got to do some more research, find out who we replaced Baker Mayfield with. Got to have another quarterback. I don't know how long PJ is going to be out, so we got to look at that too. Well, we got PJ still there, but he was hurt, and it was another guy that we picked up. They were calling him Trashfield at Carolina, but he's back to Mayfield. All of these young gentlemen deserve a chance. Yeah, you're right, Shelby. I love Mayfield's passion for the game. He always gives 100% and supports his teammates. Keep them safe from injury, and that's a coach's responsibility. Let's play. Yep, Darnold, that guy stinks. Well, hey, he won his first game back, so let's see what he does tomorrow against the Seattle Seahawks. He said one of the best things that could have happened to him while he was hurt was to sit on the bench and watch Baker and and PJ. So we'll see if he learns from it. All right, we're back.
So this team really now has to lock in, establish himself defensively, and also as a playmaker. After watching his team operate,
Georgia Tech gets to the basket. Layup is good, right out of the locker room.
Pretty drive to open up the second half here for the Yellow Jackets. Give him 8 points. Came in averaging 13. 6-6.
And Carolina gets to the basket themselves. 20-41 is the score. I'll be changing it very soon here. Yep, trying to get my likes up, trying to get trying to get this channel rolling so I can buy different things, and like I said, trying to get me a streaming deck so I can do different things here. Carolina playing decent defense out on the 3-point line. Nice drive. Nice drive by Kelly, another layup. And Love takes a quick 3. Love is short again. And Georgia Tech beats Carolina down the court. Rebound, outlet to Love. Love picks up his dribble, gets it over to Leaky Black. Now Davis. The ball is kicked. Pass trying to, a pass to Baycock is kicked out of bounds. It'll go back to North Carolina.
Baycock just finding that sweet spot right in the middle. Rodney Howard caught in between. R.J. Davis delivering a perfect strike for the assist. His first assist of the game.
Swung up top for Love.
Love finally gets a three. You know he's not going to quit shooting.
Come out into the second half. Big plays on both ends of the floor. And play within the framework of how your team needs to operate to be successful.
Howard with the ball for Georgia Tech. Finally gets it up top, number 14. Now back to Howard. Little movement going on their offense. They get to the basket. Scoop shot is good.
And OB, let me make it clear. The Tar Heels cannot.
Davis pushes it to the basket. Layup. Right-hand layup is good. No one stopped him. They get the 2-point right back. All right, Carolina, let's go. We did this back and forth a little bit in the first half. Now let's buckle down and play some defense. Smith gets it over to Kelly. Now Howard with the ball at the top. Kelly shoots. He's off with the three. Rebound. Baycock finds Davis. Davis behind the back dribble. Gives it to Baycock. Baycock heads it to Love. Love finds Leaky Black over on the left side. Now they swing it back up top to Nance. Davis, Baycock comes out, hands it to Love. Love gets it and kicks it out to Davis. Turns down the three, steps in, and the 2-pointer is good. Decent ball movement right there. Ball didn't really stick. Didn't stick, and Carolina comes out there with the production. Now Smith slows it down, calls the play. Wide open three is good. Oh, let's go, man. Rotate up there. There's no way it should be that wide open with a three. Let's go. 35-48.
As he switches to now what looks like a 1-3-1 zone. But he's gone to the youth movement getting his.
Oh, bad pass by Davis. Might have been tipped. Now Georgia Tech flies out of there. And it's stripped by Leaky Black. He's fouled on the play. Good save, good defense by Leaky.
Draws the foul. Georgia Tech last year, 12-20, very long season, 5-50.
35-48 is the score. Carolina still with the lead.
This year.
And starting the season with Kyle Sturdivant and Buck Smith both in the backcourt, Rodney Howard in the front court.
And the coach is upset for Georgia Tech.
To get Kelly and Moore into the starting lineup, going with Franklin in the starting lineup.
All right, looks like a 1-3-1
with a smaller lineup and a younger lineup.
Carolina in that box set, trying to find the corners. They get it to Baycock. Baycock's fouled on the baseline.
As he was hit by Moore.
That was Moore, number 14.
We've got to mention Javon Franklin, who started the game, left after the first time out.
Carolina will be taking this out under their own basket.
Right quad contusion.
16-13 on the clock.
Back on earlier.
He's the best rebounder, one of the best shot blockers in the ACC.
Love.
He has missed.
Drive the baseline.
The baseline. Kissinger has a foul.
Franklin, 2.2 blocks per game, second in the ACC.
35-48, still the score.
Only 8 turnovers for the season with 27 offensive rebounds. So that's a big miss right now. He's doing all this listed at 6'7". I'm not certain that might not be program height. He may not even be 6'7", so playing undersized but being very productive.
Jalen Moore with his 4th foul. He is 6'7". So he's in trouble. Shot clock right now down to 4. Here's Black.
Leaky Black, but the shot pulls up and is short.
Picked off by the Yellow Jackets. They want to run Sturdivant. Back out for Kelly.
Now Kelly with the ball. Davis guarding him. They find Howard at the top of the key. Tried to get it to a cutting That was, I think that is
15:38 to go here in the second half at Chapel Hill.
Coleman, that was. And the pass goes out of bounds. I think it's going to go to Carolina. We got a timeout on the court. Hey, thank you everyone for stopping by. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Shelly Minnick. I hope I'm saying your name right, Shelby. My bad, Shelby. Thanks for hanging out with us today. You're around all these blue wrenchers. Love Mayfield's passion. Darnell's the type of guy. Alan, thank you for moderating. Be right back. Okay. So, Alan.
I scream for my growing family. Being with them means everything to me.
I scream for my girls. They're always surprised.
Yeah, I had to get Mr. Sayo a blue wrench. He's been in here plenty of times, and he talks about North Carolina. Talks about the game, guys. Those guys, sometimes they come in here and they talk about everything else but the game.
Early stages. It's not for those at high risk. False positive and negative results may occur.
Which I think, I mean, I'm glad that people are coming in, but you know, I wish they would also talk about the game also. All right, so we got a timeout on the court.
We can get all that we need, and then a little bit more.
Team stats. All right, Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech shooting 38.9%, Carolina 48.6%. Georgia Tech 6 of 18 from 3. Carolina 3 of 8. They've only hit 3, but they're shooting a higher percentage. Free throws, Carolina's at 81.8. Let's go. Let's get about 4.2 more percentage points on free throws, guys. We're 9 of 11. That's not terrible though. Rebounding, Carolina is out rebounding Georgia Tech 28-14. Assists, Carolina has 12 assists. 12 assists, and we are leading the game. Think that has anything to do with it? Let's go, guys. Way to move the ball around. You can tell coaches said, hey, we're going to go inside out and let's move this ball a little bit. I think I've seen maybe a couple of times when Carolina has let that ball stick, you know, and then usually it's in Love's hand, and that's just, you know, I'm not totally against that offense, but you don't, I mean, you know, we just abandoned everything else and ran that for the last 4 games. So this is a breath of fresh air, actually. Turnovers, Carolina does have 7 to Georgia Tech 6.
So many others, Robin Roberts, and of course, North Carolina's own Stuart Scott, who ended up losing that battle to cancer.
All right, so leading scorer for Georgia Tech is Kelly with 10. Yes, and then for North Carolina, it will be Davis with 17. Davis dribbles to the right, kicks that, they swing it. Love wants to drive. Right hand layup is good. You cannot deny that Love is an offensive threat, but I still like the way Carolina's moving this ball around.
But was benched in the first half because Seth Trimble was playing better, but did not pout coming out in the second half.
Yep, and somebody said that, I looked at a little podcast, was it the North Carolina Illustrator or whatever, and said that he liked the way that Davis was actually benching guys and putting guys out there in their place. If you're not doing your job, sit on the bench a little bit. You know, you guys know Roy Williams. Roy Williams and Dean Smith, they would take all 5 guys out. They weren't doing the job. Sit them down for a little bit. You know, they also had some guys. We also had some guys to come out and at least hold the game in check long enough to let those guys think too. And we might be able to put a group together off the bench. Love wide open for 3. He's got to take it. Rebound, Baycott off balance when he shot that. Just gather yourself, big man.
That ends up being an empty possession for North Carolina. It's a shot created for Caleb Love by someone else. It's an offensive rebound for Armando Baycott. Those are the ways that North Carolina has to play to be successful.
Carolina not playing bad defense. Now Howard has the ball at the top. That triangle offense. Good way to push up. Way to push up. Hands up. Leaky Black makes him work hard for it. And he goes up high to get the rebound. Good defense. Love has it. Heads up. Gets it to Davis. Davis gets... Oh, misses it, but Davis gets his own rebound. Carolina still fighting. Davis is fouled on the play. Good fight under the basket.
And North Carolina came into the game 349th in the country out of 351 Division I schools on assists to field goal makes.
Wow.
And of course, they've always been great at that. But this season, it's been a struggle. But today, 12 assists on 19 made field goals. So basically, 63% of their possessions, they've been able to assist on the made field goal, sharing the basketball. This has been more characteristic of the North Carolina offense.
35-51 is the score. 14 minutes left on the clock. Davis shoots a 3, misses that one. Now Smith brings it down for Georgia Tech. They get it up to Kelly. Now Kelly back to Howard with that triangle offense going on. I think that's what it is, guys. Not bad defense. Howard shoots from the free throw line. He was left there. And he hits it. 37-51 is the score.
Hey, you're 6 feet up.
Davis dribbles to the right, gets that back to Love. He shoots another 3 off the mark. Let's go. Let's.
You can appreciate that. Someone else created a shot.
Come on, guys. Let's go. What are we doing? Let's go, coach. Get a timeout. Get a timeout. Get them back together. 39-51. Layup. I think that was by maybe Smith. It was an easy layup. They get it down to Baycott. Left hand layup is good. And it looks like Smith may be injured. May have stepped on someone's foot.
No, he had a mouse in the house.
And Smith in some pain as he hit the deck.
53-39 is the score.
Georgia. And gets a nice hand from the Carolina fans as he gets to his feet.
Smith had to be the guy down there trying to defend Baycott as he gets buried behind Baycott trying to attack it.
Yeah, he stepped on his foot.
Howard's foot. Howard coming down to try to help out.
Stepped on the foot.
See him land on that foot coming down.
So Smith off the floor.
Too many easy buckets. Georgia Tech overall. Our rebounding has been better. Grabbing the ball wise. Let's throw hammer down in 15 minutes. Full gas pedal mode. Long 3 is good again. That's Kelly.
13 points for Miles Kelly. It's a season average.
That season average, I think, is going to go up as the longer we go into the season.
I think that was a set play call to get Kelly open. Puff Johnson in the building finds Baycott. Baycott goes up strong, misses it. Thought he was going to dunk that one. Love with the pass, trying to get it to Baycott, so I can't be that upset with that. I think it was deflected. Tried to get it to him on the baseline. Yeah, it was deflected by Howard.
You rewind that back earlier. Armando Baycott missed. A wide open layup.
Yep. I thought Bacot was going to dunk that one. He did miss the layup. All right, Georgia Tech with the ball, 42-53, still not out of it. 11-point lead. 11-point lead by Carolina.
It's like waking up in the morning for him.
It absolutely is, but one thing I think he's been playing a lot of this season in foul trouble and trying to stay.
Sturdivant is fouled on the drive.
Be as aggressive as he normally is.
12 minutes and 6 seconds left in this one, ladies and gentlemen. This game is far from over.
Under 50%, and it becomes just not finishing around the basket. Plays that we've watched him play. I mean, you look at his freshman year, almost 63% from the floor. Last year, close to 57.
Carolina gets the ball in. Excuse me, Georgia Tech gets the ball in. Now they run their offense. Howard. Backdoor's not there. Trimble playing great defense. Great defense. I know Howard threw that one out, but it was because of the defense of Trimble that made Kelly change his direction.
Looking at the perfect place. A place with gifts that light up a face as well as a room.
All right, let's
It's easy to find the brand
get the score right. It is 42-53.
That place is your local Ace. Around the block. What you need in stock with people who know their gifts. Get our best price ever.
All right, once again, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Let's run these likes up a little bit.
The juice is the best way to add zing to your Jersey Mike's sub. Real red wine vinegar and olive oil blend. And I like a lot of juice. Pour it on. Go ahead. Go on. I can take it.
All right, for Georgia Tech, Moore has 4 personal fouls. And he's the only one that is in grave foul trouble. Howard does have 3. That's the big man at the top. They run all their offense through, or at least, that triangle offense. For Carolina, I don't think anyone is in foul trouble. No, R.J. Davis has 2. That's it. So Carolina can really, with 11 minutes, 53 seconds on the clock, they can really hunker down on defense, man. All right, you guys, make sure you join me tomorrow. Carolina plays the Seahawks. Carolina won their last game, beating Denver, and so we're hoping we can at least repeat. Now we're talking about a team that is coming together in Seattle. So the matchup predictor definitely not giving North Carolina a chance. That's definitely not the score either. Definitely not giving Carolina a chance to win this one tomorrow. Not a good chance. But like any other Carolina fan, we're trying to be hopeful. Right, Georgia Tech goes to looks like a 2-3 defense, zone defense. Trimble gets it in and rolls it in from the free throw line.
finds a way to get inside that zone, but they haven't had that practice time.
You know, when you're just playing games.
Howard now with the ball at the top of the key.
And losing those games, and you have no time
Finds Sturdivant.
It's very frustrating for a head coach, so having these
Now the drive by number 14, can't remember his name. Puff Johnson's called for a foul, but he couldn't help it. Couldn't help it. The ball was put in his face. He's got to go for that one, right?
in his first career start against Virginia Tech last weekend. With Baycott out, he played 12 minutes, he did not score.
Looking for the replay. That's more. Georgia Tech had to take it out. Don't make it easy on him.
Puff Johnson at the 4, but you've got the 3 guards, September at the point, with Caleb Love and R.J. Davis.
Now Howard with the ball at the top of the key. Armando Baycott defending him. Sturdivant wants to drive, picks up his dribble. Ooh, and they give him a drive to the paint. Hey, see, I'll take that. I'll take that. Run him off the 3. Make it a harder shot. Technically going in for that layup, and we miss it. They miss it. It's Carolina's ball. 55-42 is the score.
Supporting the Tar Heels this afternoon.
Davis gets to the free throw line, pulls up. It's short.
Good look.
I don't look like that ball might have been slightly deflected. Puff Johnson doing Puff Johnson things, playing good defense. 42-55 is the score. 10 minutes and 34 seconds left.
North Carolina trying to pick up their first conference win of the young season. Moore will set it up now for Josh Pastner's team. And a whistle off the ball. Edward Smith saw a foul underneath with 10:23 to go.
Well, they got Trimble on that one.
All right, Trimble is called for a foul.
Who's got his
A little ticky-tack.
Played the first 9+ minutes of this second half.
Baycott comes out.
Rondo coming back to the program, deciding not to go on to the NBA.
10-19 left.
Carolina fans absolutely thrilled by that prospect, trying to make a
And this is Moore with the ball. They get it to Howard. Now they find Sturdivant dribbling in the paint. Good defense by Trimble. Carolina comes out of there with the rebound, and Davis is tripped up. It's going to be a foul call.
But I can tell you that it has been a welcoming sign for the Tar Heels to get back on this floor.
Trimble's out there looking like toe-to-toe now.
This is the first time in 3 weeks that they've had someone cheer for them. You talk about the Phil Knight Invitational, the #1 team in the country going in. So everyone wants to see the #1 team in the country, but if it's a close game, they want to see the upset as well. They've been cheered against Iowa State and Alabama, and then of course
Davis at the line. 42-55 is the score.
No one was going to be on
Davis hits the first.
Good for Hubert Davis and his squad.
Carolina in the bonus right now.
Someone to cheer for them.
R.J. Davis having a really strong afternoon, 91% the foul line, which is the best on the team. And looking for his 19th point today here against the Yellow Jackets.
He misses the second. 10 minutes left in this game.
42 under 10.
Oh, that's a charge.
That's going to be...
Oh, what? No, sir, ref. Oh, my gosh. That is not a good call. That is not a good call. Wow. Let's see it again, though. That's still not a good call. That's not a blocking call. That is a charge. R.J. Davis is called for the charge, but I don't like the call. Sturdivant on the line. He misses it. And what do they say? The ball don't lie. That's offense. Come on, bro. That's offense all day. That's offense all day. I guess they're saying because he was in the restricted area, but no. Okay, they said because he was in the restricted area, I think.
So far today
is why they called it a blocking foul. Love with the ball, finds Nance at the top. He gets that over, they swing it, Trimble drives, comes back out. Finds Puff. Puff, get it out there. Don't force it, Puff. Puff tries to force it down to Nance on the baseline. Be kind of hard to do anything with it once he got it there. 12 seconds left on the clock. 43 to 57 is the score. 9 minutes and 37 seconds left in this game. Carolina has led most of the game. I know Georgia Tech did take one lead.
And a reach-in foul by Maxwell.
Georgia Tech.
If Carolina's in the bonus, that means every time they get fouled, they're going to shoot free throws.
Bachelor will switch his defenses at halftime, not giving the opposing coaches an opportunity to go in and talk to his team about it. And North Carolina has been ready for the zone here in the second half.
Pete Nance, the grab.
Nance steps up to the line.
10 against Virginia Tech.
43-56 is the score.
Last weekend.
Nance hits the first.
And the annual ACC Huddle Bowl preview special coming up Wednesday at 6 Eastern on the ACC Network and the ESPN app. It's a look at the 9 ACC teams playing in a bowl game with breakdowns, comprehensive analysis, and a lot more. The ACC has sent at least 9 teams to a bowl every year since 2016.
Nance hits both. 58-43 is the score.
Nothing as impressive.
Sturdivant bringing the ball to the court, being guarded by Trimble. Trimble, the strong freshman, the impressive freshman. Now Howard with the ball, hands that to Kelly. Kelly drives. He stopped, kicks that back out to Moore. Moore between the legs, spin moves. Nance playing great defense, just a better shot, more scores.
13 for him.
You can see Georgia Tech, these young players are growing up.
Love with the ball, skip pass over to Leaky Black. Who's not ready to take that three. Baycock spin move. Layup is good. Stop the ball, stop the ball. Kelly with the ball finds Howard. Now Kelly's left open for a three, but now we're running him off the free three-point line, which is good.
8:36 to play. Georgia Tech coming in at 6-3.
Thank you guys for being here. All 4 of you who are still in the house. Hope you guys hit that like button.
14 field goal attempts in this game.
Sturdivant being cut out by Baycock.
This many touches.
Baycock with a steal.
Doing the job defensively.
Turnover.
That's often the thing for big guys.
Ball goes to North Carolina.
If you want them to defend,
or maybe not.
And be involved in the end of the floor, you've got to feed them on the offensive end.
That call was overturned or at least switched.
That's been different in this game.
45-60 is the score. 8 minutes 26 seconds left on the clock. I'll be changing our score here in a second.
All the way back at 100%.
Georgia Tech with 9 seconds to score. Kelly with the ball now. They get it out to Moore. Taking their sweet time. 3 seconds to go behind the back. Jumper at the free throw line. And Trimble gets up high. Armando Baycock finally comes out there with it. Trimble dribbling. Slows it up. Says, let's run a play, guys. They get the Baycock at the top of the key. Baycock between the legs finds Love. Love kicks it over to Trimble. Trimble wants to get it to the big man. And he is held by Howard. That's going to be 4 on Howard, right?
Foul against the Yellow Jackets.
That's going to be 4 on Howard, if I'm not mistaken. We'll take a look at that with 7:57 left on the clock. We have another timeout. All right, so at this time, Carolina's playing decent basketball. Heck, let's just say it. Carolina's playing good basketball right now. Juan Manuel, thanks for subscribing to the channel. Thanks for becoming part of the family. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Hoping to get this channel doing a lot better and Guys, when I do, it'll be because of you. Thanks for hitting that like button. So we got a timeout on the court. All right, let's see. Moore has 4 points, and coaches says, hey, you got to play. So Moore has, 4 fouls. Howard has 4 fouls. Hey, Carolina can go at those 2 guys and get them out of there. They actually, Moore's been playing, Moore's been playing pretty smart because he's been out there a bit and hasn't picked up that 5th foul. But he has 13 points. Kelly has 13 points. Coleman has 8 points. Howard has 6. And also off the bench, Terry with 4 points. I think Franklin hasn't scored. Sturdivant has 1 point. Smith hasn't scored either. For Carolina, Baycock 16 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist. Nance 9 points, 5 rebounds. RJ Davis leading all scorers with 18 points. He has 18 points and 8 rebounds. A couple of those have been offensive rebounds. Yeah, right there, offensive rebounds. Love has 8 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. And off the bench for North Carolina, Johnson 2, Nickel 2, Trimble 4 points with 3 assists. And it's good. I think was definitely good because I think no matter what, after this season, Davis and Love are probably going to be gone. Definitely Love will probably be gone. Love will be gone. I think Davis will be gone too. Baycock won't be here. Leaky Black will be gone. Nance, I'm pretty sure Nance is senior. He's gone. So everybody on the court right now will probably be gone. Carolina will have a new squad out there. Baycock misses the second free throw.
Probably imbibe a little bit, trying to think of great nicknames for players. They often came up with great nicknames for players.
They did a great job on that.
All right, I don't know what in the world has happened to my.
Terry to drive it on Trimble. Hits the shot.
Nice play by Terry on that one. He's been productive in this game.
To my score here, but it's gone.
But attacking off the basket. And this Georgia Tech team is a deeper team than what Josh Pastner is used to having. Going 8-9 guys in the rotation.
I don't know how that happened.
We've watched Josh Pastner in his ACC tenure.
Leaky Black gets it back to Trimble. They swing it to Love. Love finds Leaky Black. Now Love takes a long 3. That's off. Rebound, Georgia Tech.
The Yellow Jackets are not out of this thing. 7 minutes to go. Trailing 61-47. They've been able to hang around today.
And you also have to consider that
Carolina cannot get lackadaisical. You cannot stop playing defense. You cannot stop sharing the ball. Got to keep it up.
Regulation. You know, they were out of the Indiana game and they were out of the Virginia Tech game. But this slide started in Portland. In 2 games where they had a chance to win late in games, turnovers, bad shots really hurt them down the stretch. And right now, Hubert Davis just trying to figure out a way to get this team to understand its identity, both offensively and defensively. I think they've taken a good step here so far today.
Leaky Black with a second foul.
Free throw is good.
Foul shooter.
By Coleman. And Coleman hits both of his free throws. And once again, Georgia Tech is definitely not out of it. Hanging around, 6 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock.
He's been effective thus far, forcing
Loves and Leaky trying to beat this 1-3-1. Nance for three. That's off the mark. Baycott gets the rebound, keeps it up like a big man should, and puts it back in there. 63-49 is the score. Carolina in the man-to-man. Stop reaching Baycott. Baycott hedges and they switch. Kick it out to Zero. He misses. Rebound Baycott. One-hand rebound. Hands it over to Love. Still in the zone to get it to Baycott up top. No, excuse me, is now man-to-man.
Another foul here against the Yellow Jackets. Trying to keep it
I think that might be against Smith.
You see Rodney Howard having to go out and contest the shot, which means it's only Smalls in the paint. And you can't.
No, excuse me, that's Smalls.
With a small in that painted area, he has made a
No,
career
not Smalls.
off of
Terry.
offensive rebounding and scoring second chance points.
tying that Billy Cunningham record.
Okay, Zero is Terry. Terry Zero. Marble call, Lord, shoulder, let's finish strong.
Former Northwestern transfer. Plays very well so far.
And Nance hits both.
This season, and he's played his role in this
Carolina moves their score up to 65.
open shots and playing off of the guards and off of Baycott.
Howard dribbles that ball, hands it to Kelly. And now Davis comes out of there, finds an open Leaky Black. Leaky Black drives in, loses it. Now Kelly stops behind the three, now decides to bring it back out. Has Armando Baycott on him. And they say clear, help out, easy layup.
I love the way Miles Kelly's playing right now. You can tell he's just got confidence.
Coach Hayes, hey, clear it out and take him.
His role is growing to be more aggressive, be more of a scorer. And Georgia Tech could be successful.
Carolina now swinging the ball, trying to beat this zone. They get it to Love. Love, Skip, gets it to Trimble. Trimble, excuse me, that's Davis. Turns it down, steps in, and hits a shorter shot. That's 2 more points for Davis.
One dribble per line. And he's been pure here this afternoon.
He's had a really nice game, 20 points, game averaging 15.
A steal by Leaky Black. Finds Love in front, and he slams that one through. Carolina playing Carolina basketball today.
That's how you cure what ails you. Nothing makes you feel better than getting out.
Another fast break basket in transition for North Carolina. And he punches it.
Your frustrations on the rim. Caleb Love feeling better about things right now.
So we got another timeout on the court.
When you're ready to go, but static says, whoa. Try bounce.
Let's see, is our score right? 61. Excuse me, guys. One more. 2 more points on it. And that'll make it look good right there, Coach.
Yeah, it's the sheet.
All right, Carolina looking good right now.
It's the sheet.
With 4 minutes and 33 seconds on the clock, I say ratchet up the defense just one more notch. Click. Let's try to win this game, get out of here. I ain't one of those there. Hey, Solange. Jackson State players get honest about DJ Sanders. All right, so I don't know if you guys can see this on my feed right here. Probably can. What do you all think about DJ? What do you guys think about Coach Prime?
Serving in Vietnam, a grenade took my ability to see. Today, I'm a sculptor. My fingers are my eyes.
All right, so we got a timeout on the floor.
Challenges of life can
Carolina with the lead.
DAV helps veterans like Michael get the benefits they need.
With DAV, more veterans can shape their lives into an inner beauty.
Love be a good 6 man in the NBA.
To the world.
We need to keep pressure, finish strong. Much work to do. Foot on the gas pedal. That's right, Mike. Hey, that's one good thing that you could have your big man commentating for. Bill Walton, because you know, actually, since Love's not a big man, I don't know if he would have said it, but you know, anybody else, big man, you know, he's gonna say, "Throw it down, big man, throw it down, throw it down, big man, throw it down." All right, let me see if these points disappear. 51-69. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know what I did a few minutes ago to make my points disappear. But anyway, anytime I do this, let me check my cast game my chat box. Where am I?
One of the things that Caleb Love is having to get used to is playing without the basketball in his hands. You know, in his freshman year, he and RJ Davis together. Caleb was the point guard.
51-69, 4 minutes 23 seconds on the clock.
The ball in his hands more often. Pushing Caleb off the basketball.
Shot is missed. I think that was by Coleman. Now Love has the ball. It's that to Nance. They throw it over the top. Try to throw it over the top to Baycott. But Mecca out there now, it is deflected. It's knocked out of bounds by Mecca.
69-51 coming up next on ESPN.
Okay, well, not only was it knocked out of bounds, Mecca picks up the foul, and so Baycott goes to the free throw line.
Talk with the Zoo associate head coach Charlton, a.k.a. C.Y. Young, formerly of Florida State. He is very confident.
Baycott misses the first free throw. Put it on the front of the rim, big man. Put it on the front of the rim. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to make a video about Coach Prime. I just want to see what people think. Well, and you know what a lot of people think, but I want to hear what you guys think about Coach Prime making his move to Buffalo from Jackson State. All right, Mecca with the ball. He's now running that top of the key triangle, and Baycott's called for the foul, swiping down on the shot by Moore is going to send him to the line. Come on, not a timeout again. Another timeout? Guess this is the media timeout.
Hey Alexis, play holiday music.
Make this December one to remember. Together. Happy holidays from Lexus.
At Walmart, save on thousands of gifts for everyone on your list. The savings are here all month long. Plus, get delivery on your
7 likes, so hey, Coach, you can't complain. 7 likes, at least that's more than no likes.
My name is Austin James. As a musician living with diabetes, finger sticks can be a real challenge. That's why I use the Freestyle Libre 2 system. With a painless 1-second scan, I know my glucose numbers.
All right, still with a little over 3 minutes. Actually, it's almost 4 minutes. 3 minutes and 52 seconds left. Carolina has the lead 51-70 right now.
Try it for free at freestylelibre.us.
Hey, did you hear? There are new COVID-19 booster shots to stop.
Carolina shooting 47% from the field. Georgia Tech shooting 40%. Carolina's only hit 3 3-pointers to Georgia Tech's 7 3-pointers. Georgia Tech now shooting 33.3. Carolina 23.1 from the 3-point from the 3-point line. I've always said Carolina needs to. We need to recruit shooters. We need to recruit 3-point shooters. Just a guy. His job is sit out there and shoot 3-pointers and play defense. 3 and D. Free throw. Carolina has now dropped down to 77.3. They're 17 for 22. Got to shoot better than that. Carolina is out rebounding Georgia Tech 38-22. Assists. Carolina has 15 assists. Hadn't seen that in a while. Turnovers. Carolina has 9. Georgia Tech has 11. And that could go. When you see that, you gotta either the team is making careless passes or the team is being defended well. Let's just say Carolina's playing decent defense today. All right, Carolina with 70 points today. Georgia Tech with 51. Georgia Tech has not shot bad from the 3-point line. In fact, their percentage is much better than North Carolina. I think they've hit 5 or 6 threes, if I'm not mistaken. They've hit 6 threes.
I believe when the season's over, hopefully Mondo's able to stay healthy. He will lead North Carolina as the #1.
And now Georgia Tech has extended their zone press. Leaky Black now with the ball at the top of the key. Now he swings it over to Davis. Back to Leaky Black.
That the greatest player to ever play the game of basketball, Michael
Nance,
is not in the College Basketball Hall of Fame. Now, I know there will be people who say, well, he's a
bank shot by Davis is good.
He won a national championship as a freshman. He was the National Player of the Year as a junior. Was all ACC sophomore. How is he not in the College Basketball Hall of Fame?
And that is accurate. He's not in his basketball Hall of Fame. And when do we begin that investigation?
Mecca with the ball, top of the key, being guarded by Baycott. Long three, rolls off the front of the rim, rebound by Armando Baycott.
Even though RJ went for that rebound and got hit, Mondo's got to let RJ get that one. That would have been a double-double for RJ Davis.
Did not get it.
Hey, RJ can get a rebound. Got 2 minutes and 44 seconds on Love. Stutter steps, drives, layup. His rebound by Armando. Oh, he misses. And now Carolina gets the ball back. Set this offense up and rerun it. 2 minutes and 33 seconds left on the clock.
Coach, this is that time where you say, okay,
Baycott, don't force it, Baycott. Baycott dribbles from the 3-point line to the basket. He is fouled on the play and will be going to the free throw line.
And the youngster, the 6'10 freshman, Jalen Washington, who has not played this season, out of Gary, Indiana, highly touted. He can really shoot it, too.
He really can.
About to enter this game with 2:22 to go.
You see the smile. He knows
Jalen Washington
game 1 for him.
Getting ready to get on the floor for North Carolina.
Step in.
What a wonderful moment that is. I mean, here you are in a North Carolina uniform in front of the fans here at Chapel Hill. You're about to enter for the first time. They've read about you. They've talked about you. They know about you. Fan base is so knowledgeable here. Now they want to see him play.
They really do. Hubert Davis told me a year ago he is the best shooting big man in that class, and that includes Kyle Filipowski, a number of guys.
Baycott coming out of the game right now, scores on the last free throw, and now the youngster.
In Gary, Indiana, also Union Streets of Chicago, like the EYBL,
We don't know if they're cheering for Armando Bacot with a nice game or the youngster coming in for the first time for North Carolina, number 1.
Armando Bacot, too. They needed to see that. You know, coming back from the shoulder injury, 21 points, 13 rebounds for Armando.
And Georgia Tech finds a 3-point basket.
Under 2 minutes to go here.
56-73. They get it to Nance. Let's go. Come on, ref, really? You call that, you don't call the other one? He did set Nance up for that one, though.
Yeah, North Carolina does not have an easy schedule whatsoever. They've got the Citadel on Tuesday.
Now that ball,
Saturday.
That ball did get stuck right there on Nance.
You've got Michigan in the Jumpman Classic in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Maybe he felt he had a smaller guy on him, but it did get stuck. Keep moving that ball. Let's go. 1 minute 47 seconds on the clock. Another 3-point basket is good. This is by Coleman. Coach says, hey, we got to call timeout. What are you guys doing? Let's go. Let's go.
73-59, North Carolina.
Hey, 1 minute 42 seconds is more than enough in a college basketball game.
I guess I hadn't really noticed.
To be down only, what's this? My bad, guys. 59-73. It is not over. I think I gave him an extra point. Still 15 points, but hey, we can't give them threes. So it's going to be a quick timeout by Coach Davis. A good timeout, I think. 1 minute 42 seconds. Still missing some bunnies. Yep. Nice to see Jalen Washington in the game. That's by Ray Michael Smitty. Now let's build on this win. Don't let up. There's Michael Smitty again. Give him the win. Give him the win to him early. I'll tell you about that, Michael. You and Jermon. Giving them these wins early. Yeah, Carolina should win this. Well, you're being up 15 with 1 minute 42 seconds on the clock. They should. But you know me. We're still letting up. Yeah, letting too many threes. Let's go. Like, we know that's why they are even close right now. They're even in it. Pick the ball up. What are you doing? Are you letting it roll? All right, Georgia Tech comes out with the pressure.
Can you imagine that meeting in the stairs when he brings that up?
And it makes a very valid point because, again, you're playing quality games.
Skip pass to Leaky Black. Love may have traveled. It wasn't called.
1:20 to go.
8 seconds. Screen set up top. It is lost.
Comes straight to Miles Kelly.
And they're going to try to get a 3 out of this one. There it is. It's missed, though. Nance comes out of there with the rebound. And with a minute left on the clock, 59-73, Carolina moves this ball around a little bit. Maybe try to get it into the big freshman. They get it to him. Shoots over. And it's good. And the freshman gets his first points as a Carolina player. Hey, took his time. Nice little shot over the top. Goes in. Looks nice. Mecca. Skip passes that over to Coleman, I think it is. Coleman stops short. Kelly pulls up. But with a big Leaky Black on him, had to change that shot. With 23 seconds left on the clock, Carolina will run the timeout. And there's a win for Carolina. Long time coming, but it came finally. North Carolina gets a win. Much needed win. So Coach was right about a couple of things. We did need to get back home. Did need to get some practice in. Did need to play in front of the crowd. I don't know how much Coach listens to what commentators say and all that, but hey, bro, like these professional commentators and whatever, analysts, I'd be listening to these guys, you know, if my team is in a little trouble, just to see what they say, because it might be something that I don't see as a coach. But look, everybody I've listened to has said we played soft on defense, right? And we all know that. You got to pick up the defense. Even if you're not scoring, you got to play aggressive defense. Why? Because that's going to get you transition baskets, right? That's going to help you with the lack of fast break baskets that, you know, most Carolina teams have that we haven't had in a while. Offensively, instead of going to that isolation play every single time just because somebody's got us in man-to-man, instead of that, moving the ball, which worked for us great today, I think. We saw a little bit of that man-to-man, little bit. But for the most part, Carolina was sharing the ball. And I think that's what we got to do. We got to go. We have to do that from here on out. Thank you guys for those new subs today. Thank you guys for hitting that like button. Thank you, Lewis Sports Network, man. Yes, sir. Thank you. Hey, everybody in the chat. Lewis Sports Network again has a great channel over there. Does a great job. Saw him when I first started trying to do this thing. So he's an OG, and I look up to him. All these guys that do this, man, look up to him. Try to get new things from him. Hey, check him out if you haven't checked him out before. And thanks again for stopping by, Lewis. Heck, I'm gonna mess around and Lewis gonna have a blue wrench on my channel. Hey, and everybody else, thanks, man, for hanging out. All you guys, everyone else who's in here, and you didn't add to the chat, but you're still in here, still watching. I appreciate you guys. Michael Smitty's Citadel, Ohio's Michigan, Pitt. Next 4 games, got to tighten up. Much work to do. Some knockouts. La Citadel, old school, no messing around. We have to protect home court more than ever. Michael Smitty, nice win. Tar Heels 6-4. Keep that foot on the gas pedal. Sean Crowley, yep. Michael German, finally, yep. That's what I'm talking about. We needed this one. German coming through. German coming through with the super chat. Hey, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Yep, all this, any proceeds I get, guys, going to get. I gotta get a stream deck. Trying to get this stream deck. You always a pleasure. Let's go Heels. Go Giants. Beat Philly. Yeah, Michael Smitty. Hey, good luck to your Giants tomorrow. Yeah, Michael. Now let's build on it. It's a lot of work to do. Good win, Heels. Finally, after a sluggish start. We saw some improvement. Yep, Carolina as a university needs to win. We're in a bad place. Yeah, we just gotta do it. I think if we keep up doing what we did today, we'll see more wins. We'll definitely see more wins, because you gotta think about it. Like, I'll look at it in a minute, but I don't think we hit but maybe three pointers. So we're gonna have those games where we're shooting well from the outside also. And if we keep moving this ball around, man, I like that offense. I like the offense of what we did today. And you saw what happened when we held the ball. We just don't get a whole lot of production out of it, but when we move the ball around, you know what I'm saying? Love may not have 25 points a game. You know, Davis gets his points in because he's got a little short jumper, that little short game, you know. They swing the ball to him. Plus, he's the point guard. He's handling the ball. You know, with that little pump fake, step in, and hit the little short jumper, hey, I'll take all that. And then to go, the biggest difference though is to go inside out. Get the ball in Armando Bacot. If he's got it, he's gonna take advantage of whoever's down there. If he doesn't, he kicks it out, and you're set for that shot. Nance can hit the set shot. Love, he's not really a set shot shooter. He's got to get in a little rhythm. So he may put that ball down on the floor and do his little mini step back, but whatever. Davis is a decent shooter out there, and I think we're gonna develop some more. And with the freshman, scored his first point today. I think him getting out there, maybe getting more playing time. I mean, hey, from what I just saw, the little move he made to get his score, man. That was like he just took his time and hit that little jumper. That was nice. So
take home a souvenir for $6.
Adding him into the mix is going to help also. Jeremiah, now let's go Panthers. Yeah, Jeremiah, you guys, once again, come and check me out tomorrow, guys. I think the game's at 4:15, 4:25, something like that. Yeah, so, you know, check me out tomorrow. Let's see what these Panthers can do. And I'm going to go over the stats here real quickly, and then I'm going to be out. Army-Navy time in Houston is going down to Alabama at home. College hoops are wild. Let's focus on our own stuff. Yep. Still don't look how still don't look the way we should look right now. Not yet, but if we can continue to build on what we did today. Just don't forget, guys. I'm talking to the basketball team and coach. Don't forget, you got to play defense. You got to play defense aggressively the whole time. We've got to get a mindset where we got to be excited to play defensively, because that's going to get us rolling offensively. If we play decent offensively, we automatically play good defense. It's just like that. That's what happens. But then when we're not hitting shots, we don't play defense. You know. So anyway, we got to do that. Keep that motion, that movement in the offense. At least moving the ball. If we don't have a lot of cutters and stuff like that, at least moving the ball. Definitely crash the boards and get rebounds, and don't turn the ball over, and we'll be decent. We'll be good. Once again, thanks Jermon blessing me with the $1.99 super chat. Correct, Jermon, on all accounts. Have a good night, Fields family. Tuesday versus Citadel. Let's get it. We're gonna get there. Sean Crawley. Earl Lyles, what's going on? What's about May? Why he's not playing? What is about? Oh, May. Because what do you think about Baker at his new home? Look, Jermon, I said it earlier. Now, I caught a podcast. It was like, was Baker Mayfield better than we thought he was? Was it just McAdoo not calling the right plays? You know, not being able to fit him in to the offense. And for me, with Baker Mayfield, with Coach, you know, I'm like, look, I don't want to ever see anybody get released or shipped out of here and not be able to do what they love to do. So I'm happy for Baker Mayfield. I'm happy for him. Like I wasn't in love with him when he was here, you know, but then you know, we don't know everything that went on. You know what I'm saying? We've always said McAdoo, or I've always said McAdoo needs to run. He needs to work on those plays, and maybe we weren't running the plays to to accommodate the talent that we had, the type of talent that we had. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad Baker found some work. You know, I'm glad they got him immediately after we released him. They got him, like, so maybe whoever's over there, whoever's the OC over at the Rams saw something. He's like, yo, I can work with this guy, you know. But yeah, other than that, I'm glad to see it. I'm glad to see he's doing good. You know, we let our boy McCaffrey go. He's doing decent, you know. And I'm definitely glad for McCaffrey. McCaffrey, you know, he was just in the situation that he was in with us. Still hate to see him go, but, you know, want to see those guys do good wherever they go. So, you know, and then Coach Matt Rule, you know, we all knew Coach Matt Rule would definitely bounce back. Well, not bounce back, but you know what I'm saying. We knew he was going to at least be able to go back to college. But yeah, that's what I think about that situation. Are we gonna get there? Coach, what do you think? He looked a whole lot better. Yeah, I think our offense just didn't fit. Yeah, Jeremiah, definitely. I think that's what it was too. Now he did have some bad throws and stuff like that. He did, but when you think about some of those throws that he did make, and he put it in some of those, week 2, whatever, and you put it in the wide receiver's hands, and then they turn it over. You know what I'm saying? Some of those games that we could have. There was a couple of games we could have won. Definitely the one with DJ and the helmet, the helmet fiasco. But anyway, it makes them look even better then too. But it is what it is. Earl, my question is, why isn't May's younger brother not playing? Do you know why not? May. Oh, May. Okay, I got you. Earl. Honestly, Earl, from what I see, from what I've seen, he is going to be one of those guys. And I'm talking May's younger brother. He's one of those guys that's on the end of the bench. Like, if you ask me right now, May is one of those guys who made this team because of his family lineage. That's what I think. Will he get playing time? He's gonna be one of those 4-year players. If he gets playing time, it's going to be in his maybe 3rd or 4th year, and he'll just be in to spell somebody. The way it looks, if he doesn't get into the transfer portal, you know what I'm saying? It just depends on how badly he wants to actually play. Because the way I saw him, what was in the blue-white game or whatever, he looked decent, but he scored, but I don't think Coach Davis looks at him as being a viable part of the lineup right now. I had to think about who you were talking about. When you said May, I was thinking about the football, his brother playing football. But yeah, the youngest May kid on the bench, or the one that's there on the bench on the basketball team right now, I don't think Coach Davis thinks he's good enough to play. So he's not hurt. I don't think he's hurt. I may be wrong, but you know, that's what I think. I don't think he thinks he's a important part of the not the team, but the lineup right now. Me too. I still think Baker is a good quarterback. Houston just lost to Alabama. Wow. #1 team just lost. Hey, Jermon, I think it's going to be an interesting season, put it that way. I think it's going to be an interesting season all the way around for everybody. All right, hey, Earl, I hope I answered your question, man. That's what I think. I don't know if anybody else saw the question for Earl Lyles. He was asking why May's younger brother, Luke May's younger brother, is not playing. And I just gave my reason. I think, you know, somebody may know something else. Maybe he is hurt, but I hadn't seen him. I hadn't seen him get playing time. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he's at the end of the bench with all those guys that never really get playing time. You know what I'm saying? And we hadn't seen those guys because Carolina hasn't blown anybody out. We hadn't blown anybody out. We hadn't taken care of business, blown anybody out. So coach hasn't had a chance to put those guys in there. I'm sure the crowd will go crazy if May got on the floor. Yes, you did. Thanks. All right. Yeah. Hey, man, and thanks for stopping by, man. Thanks for hanging out with us. So we're not as bad a team as I thought. Yeah, we just not running our stuff right, Jermon. I think that's what it is. We just got to get things together. And you was doing a fine, and you was doing the football game. Oh yeah. Yeah, tomorrow, I think at 4. I think it's at 4 or something like that. 4 o'clock, 4:15. Yeah, guys, I know that score is not right. But I'm gonna go over the team stats, and then I'm gonna see if they've got the. I'm pretty sure they've got matchup predictor for the game tomorrow. Seattle versus the Panthers, or Seattle versus North Carolina, and or Seattle versus Charlotte, North Carolina. And I'm gonna look at that, and then I'll be out of here. All right, so North Carolina Tar Heels. I'm a Chicago Bears fan. Oh yes, sir. Chicago Bears. I don't have, the only connection I have with the Chicago Bears is I'm a North Carolina A&T State University alumnus, and our boy Tariq Cohen was drafted by the Bears, and Tariq, if you're a Bears fan, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, that was a big thing for North Carolina A&T to have somebody to go pro and actually be on the field representing us, a small 1AA college in North Carolina. But I don't know, with his size and all that, and then him being hurt, like really getting hurt, I don't know if it was his Achilles tendon that he hurt on his way trying to get back, because I think he hurt his knee. But you probably know more than I do. So I don't know if he's going to even get back to that level of play. You know, I don't know. I don't know what his mindset is now. I don't know if he's actively trying, or if he's like, okay, well, my 2 years, what was it, 2.5 years there, and they've let me go. I imagine they've let him go. But I don't know if he's even going to try to get back in the NFL. But he did some things when he was there. All right, Coach. Take care. Lord willing, we can do this again tomorrow. Let's go Panthers. All right, Jermon. No, will you be doing the UNC football game? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Earl, I definitely will be. Oregon, I think it is. Definitely, and it's next week. Well, not next week. I think I read it was the 28th, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, I'll be doing that. So, yeah, check me out. Then I'll have a thumbnail up well before that game, well before that, the week of. So, yeah, definitely we'll be doing that. All right, guys. And gals. The end score, 75-59, North Carolina for Georgia Tech. Jay Moore had 15 points, so did Kelly, 15. Coleman had 13 off the bench. Howard had 6, and Terry had 9. Also, Sturtevant scored 1 point. For North Carolina, Armando Bacot, 21 points, 13 rebounds, 1 assist. Nance, 11 points with 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Leaky Black had 1 point. R.J. Davis leading all scorers with 22 points. He also had 10 rebounds and 3 assists. Caleb Love, 10 points with 3 rebounds and 5 assists. Had the most assists today. Wow, that never happens. But Caleb Love can be a creator. Team stats. Carolina shoots 47.7% from the field. They were 3 of 13 from the three-point line. That's not great at all, but it's saying something. Not shooting the three-point shot well and still being able to win this game by the margin they wanted. Free throws, 75%. They shot 18 out of 24. We could do better than that. Rebound, they did out-rebound Georgia Tech 43-22. Assists, Carolina had 15 assists. We hadn't seen those numbers in a while for Carolina this year. Turnovers, still had 11 turnovers, but so did Georgia Tech. We cut down on that. Continue to improve on the rebounds and definitely the free throw shooting. If we keep it up, we'll be okay. We'll be okay. So with that said, let me take a look. Let me take a look at the matchup predictor information for the Panthers game tomorrow. See if I can find these boys up here. There it is right there. All right. And one last thing. What we got? How are we looking over here? Okay. All right. Yeah. So tomorrow I'll be streaming the Carolina Panthers versus the Seattle Seahawks game. and this is the way it's looking right now. For Matchup Predictor. Matchup Predictor is predicting that Carolina will only have 31.1% chance to win this game. Seattle 68.5. So with those numbers, Seattle should definitely win the game, right? So all those Panther fans are hoping that Matchup Predictor is wrong. Usually when I look at Matchup Predictor, it's always going, it gives my team the larger, the better percentage to win, and the other team a minuscule chance, and then it always goes the opposite direction. Always. All right, so Carolina plus 3.5 spread. Seattle minus 3.5. I ain't worried about it. The over under 45.5. Passing yards. So right here, they're just showing us the season leaders. So this doesn't mean that PJ Walker will be starting, but he is the passing yards leader for Carolina with 731 yards, 3 touchdowns, of course, because Darnold's been injured, but now Darnold's back out there. Smith for the Seattle Seahawks, 3,169 yards, 22 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. Rushing yardage, Foreman for North Carolina for 563 yards and 4 touchdowns. Walker, K. Walker III, 138 carries for 649 yards and 9 TDs. Don't know how long he's been running the ball this year, but we all know that Foreman didn't really get his stretch running the ball until we traded Christian McCaffrey. So what was that, 4 weeks ago? Receiving, DJ Moore, 46 catches for 605 yards. And then Lockett, the man, for Seattle, 66 receptions for 837 yards. Injury report for North Carolina. Matt Leonidas, defensive tackle, he is questionable. Xavier Woods is questionable. Hartsfield, he's had a couple of really good games at cornerback. He is questionable, and Lennington, linebacker, is questionable for North Carolina. For Seattle, DK Metcalf, questionable. Walker is questionable. Neal, Dallas, and Disley. They're all questionable for the game tomorrow. Points per game, 19.2. Seattle 26.5. Points allowed per game, 22.2. Seattle allows 25.3. Total yards, there it is, 305. Seattle 380. Passing yards, 188. So Seattle definitely got us in that passing, category. Yards allowed. Passing. Well, Seattle will let you get some yards, but you got to be a team that can get them. Last game, Carolina defeat Denver 23-10, but the Seattle Seahawks defeated the LA Rams 27-23.
Got you something special.
Carolina will be traveling to Seattle. Carolina 4-8, Seattle 7-5. Game starts at 4:25 Eastern Standard Time. On the last meeting, the Seahawks beat the Panthers 30-24, December 15th, 2019 in Charlotte. Panthers had a little time to rest and recuperate because they were on a bye last week. So hopefully that means we come out a little bit rested and ready to and not rusty. All right, so just wanted to go through that, show you guys that, and I am going to get out of here. Once again, thank you guys for showing up. Thank you for hanging out. And I'm Coach Gary. This is G Daddy Media, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.